Good everyone, back again doing some finishing touches. I've got young Roman playing in that room, but he does not like the sound of construction, unfortunately. But gonna have to get used to it for a little bit. Emma's netball training. She's sort of running that, so this is what I've got to do for my finishing touches. I've marked out and drilled some holes where these slots are going to be, and that should line up with these handles here. We're basically going to pack this out a little bit with some of this sort of timber, some of this sort of wood, because this is only like 10 mil thick, so it makes up some difference. But yeah, pack this in and hide this out. So this is what you got to do. This is a jigsaw, and we're going to get into it. So goodbye, old stove. The old Shacklock 501. We will see you later. What he does love is to be picked up, held for a little while, and then loves looking outside. Loves looking at that. And who can blame him? Honestly. Who can blame him? Hey? It's pretty cool, isn't it? You can even see some stars. Just needs a little bit of attention. Once in a while. Every 5 minutes or so. And just like that. Pulled it up. I mean, there's still a little bit of flex in this bottom bit, but I got nothing really fixed to back there. Didn't end up packing it out either, just straight in, because there was this little recess. So yeah, it'll do. The circular hole, I wish I had a 100mm hole saw, but I got like a 90mm hole saw, but well, that does the job. Bit of a shame. And then that one there looks pretty on the piss too. These ones good. Those two, yeah. That's a shame. It's a real shame. It fits. Okay, so next challenge. Getting one of these and cutting it down for this. And then I've got Guthrie Barron, actually. Went in and asked some questions, and the guy just gave me a pewter, so carpet, and then like a more ashen colour, I suppose. And said industry practice, he is like, this is what you're supposed to do. It looks like that one's too short. What a shame. So we're going to go with this one. And the idea is that we get another layer of this, pack that out that far, so I've got to detail it around my quirks and shit there, and my architrave and trim, and then cut this to length. And basically, I'll put nails through the holes and put this down so that it actually rests over the top of this other flooring, of this laminate, and then pull and stretch the carpet so that it hooks on to all these little bits. And then I think you're supposed to just sort of hammer down that curve so it really tucks in. So yeah, so apparently that's what best practice is for the industry. So that's really, really good to know. Definitely going to be buying some paint from Guthrie Barron thanks to the helpfulness of that gentleman. Excellent, excellent salesmanship. Good shit, man. I'll remember that. Okay. So, first step, better cut and measure one of these out to that gap exactly. Also, Emma's finally sort of finished painting along there. Now they look at it, the window's cream and the wall, everything's white. Damn. We normally would try and use a different paint for the architrave there. More like resistant stuff, but just don't have the money at the moment. Maybe when this place starts generating some, we'll get there. Go. Yeah, all right. So, flooring, that's me. So, cut this to size. I've trimmed back my underlay, and then this will just slot in just nicely like that. So, the goal is to make this flush with the real floor, and I'm just going to work on that for a sec. Okay, now that that's nice and in, measure and cut my rail here to length, and then I'll just hammer that in just on the other side of this. Trim my carpet to length. Let's stick it up a little bit, so let's use a punch and get them down nice and flat. Emma's helping with Roman now. Stretched and pulled and cut and just literally just pulled it as far as I could and hooked it on, and then tucked edges under there. So like bits like that where the little shit bits have run away. Bit of a problem, but now we're going to try use this to prevent it from bending and stuff. Probably cut it just a touch shorter. Place that all the way across and then use a hammer to really bang that down and make it flat. But that's feeling pretty good. Cool. So that's worked out pretty well. I can see just a little bit there still, but worked out pretty well. I've also, if you've noticed, recessed it back just a touch, so then there's no way in hell I was ever going to mess with the door. The door should close up against our trim there. So yeah, that's a good solution. All right, sweet. Now I need to fix some cupboards. So with cupboards, not much to say. It's just that it's really fiddly. There is 2 screws in here. Probably better to show you on that one. So that screw adjusts the slide in and out, and that screw adjusts the depth crossways. And that one there is the height of the whole sort of mechanism. But yeah, you've just got to play with it to try and get them as close as you can at the top and at the bottom, and yeah, get those gaps as even as you can. But like, see the height difference there? But there's not much I'm going to be able to do about that. But they definitely open a bit better now. We're going to have to get a new handle because that drawer's missing one. Don't know if I'll be even making these ones, but that's all right. Kitchen's all nice and painted. Thank you, Emma. Very nice. That looks great. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, and I noticed that the windowsill in the bathroom is a different colour cream to the white of the rest of the walls. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Alright, so what else can we think of? I've got to put this door back on when all that paint is nice and dry. Fuck, I'm happy with that, how that thing came out. Fan, bathroom's pretty much done. Probably just some outside stuff to do. I mean, that looks like crap, but it's like, pretty much like cardboard. When it gets wet, it just doesn't really want to move much past that. So that'll have to do for now. This wallpaper's been stuck back in with some glue. It's not good, and we know that, but we've just got to get this rented out. It's not even income. It's just like the burden of paying for the rates and insurance and the mortgage on this house. Just that constant burden of having to come up with that extra massive chunk of cash every week to offset that. It's just going to be so much better to be able to get more stuff happening here. So that's pretty much it. We're just going to tidy this whole thing up and finishing touches. We're away to Emma's parents on Queen's birthday weekend, which is this weekend coming up. So that was the weekend we sort of hoped to have this thing rented out by, but looks like it's not the case. Tenant that we had lined up reckons he needs till Friday to confirm things, so see how we go. But that's it. I won't really film any touching ups, but we'll see you on the next project. See ya. Bye guys.
Bye.